black eye by allowing this fucking shit on there. It's got to stop. All this nonsense has got to stop. But it won't stop until it stops. Look at this. Because I find it mighty peculiar. That when I make a video, say about the 13% causing 50% of the problems, that for some strange reason, I lose so-called friends on Fascist Book. You can't handle it, can you? Huh? And even some of you on BitChute, subscribership goes down on certain topics, including this one. Because you fucking can't handle it, all right? Let's face it. You get offended. Well, if it offends you because you're a groid and your 13% causes 50% of the crime, why don't you do something about it? Why don't you friggin' address your community, as they say? Address your community, say, knock it the fuck off. You're making us, the rest of us, look bad. Why don't you try that for a change? Instead of getting offended and unfriending. It's very punkish and sheepish of you to be, and shitty of you to be unfriending and unsubscribing or whatever because you can't, this offends you. I'm offended that you're offended at the truth. I'm offended that a portion of the 13%, a portion of the 13% of our population here in America causes at least 50% of the crime. Acting a fool, can't take them anywhere. I've been saying this for years, can't take them anywhere. In the restaurants, fighting. Everywhere you go, concerts, fighting, attacking white people, attacking each other. Look at the crimes in the cities. Look at Chicago. Look at Baltimore. Look at the ATL. Just look at it. Riddle of crime. All these cities. New York City, riddle of crime. And who's committing the crime? You know. If it ain't the invaders, it's our own 13%. And so, we're supposed to believe that these are college 13%ers from college taking a spring break every year at Tybee Island. I didn't know this was a thing until 2014 when I found out that someone I know went to this, and I was aghast. I said, what do you mean, Orange Crush? REM, follow me, don't follow me, got my spine, got my orange crush. I thought they were going to REM concert on Tybee Island. If you don't know where Tybee Island is because you're not from around these parts and live in Australia or somewhere else, Angleland, Tybee Island, Tybee, I believe, is I want to say it's a Native American term or a term for salt. It's an island off the coast of Georgia. It's by Savannah. All right, Savannah's a very historical town. I love Savannah. I do. I really do. And Tybee Island's about a half hour, 40 minutes away from it. And it's not far from Hilton Head, which is off the coast of South Carolina. Hilton Head, very classy island. And so, and here's what I noticed about Hilton Head. I went there a couple of years ago, and I've been there over the years, and I've noticed that the complexion has changed. Maybe the sun's a little bit stronger for some people there than others, but it seems like the neighborhood looked like it was starting to change in Tybee Island. Let's just say that. But I'm not seeing shenanigans over there quite like I'm seeing over here at Tybee Island, especially once a year at Tybee Island. What it is, it's supposed to be black spring breakers that converge on Tybee Island, and they pretty much overrun it. And notice none of them are in the water. And I guess whatever few are in the water, it's ridiculous. They're probably not even blacks. But are we supposed to believe these are really spring breakers from college? And you hear gunshots, the robberies, gangs, black gangs come from other parts of the country to go cause mayhem here on this island. Yeah, I know. I don't know of any white gangs here, or I don't know. Do they have white gangs here in America? If they do, let me know. I've never heard of that. What are you, in the 50s? White gangs. It's always groids. It's always blacks. All right? And so I'm going to show you some footage. I don't know why the residents of Tybee Island put up with this shit. I guess they claim they can't. The city permits this. I don't know why the city's permitting this. Why would you permit something that brings crime? Shots fired. Fights. Chaos. And on top of it, the Tybee Island police have to go through great lengths to prevent the shenanigans that these people are prone to committing. And it's costing the taxpayers a shit ton of money. We're going to get into that. This has to be stopped. Do you remember Freaknik in Atlanta? Yeah, Freaknik. Where he just took over Atlanta and acted the fool in the streets. Like freaks. Bottom of the barrel. Now, let me say this, because I've been saying this. Not every black person is bottom of the barrel. There's a lot of quality ones out there, okay? But these quality ones are not calling out the lower level of their 13%. They're not doing it. And they need to do it. They need to address them. Sprinkled in this mix, you're going to see wiggers. You heard what I said. Low-life white pieces of trash sprinkled in this. You'll see it. I don't know of anybody with two brain cells to rub together that goes to this. It's just one big shit fest. They take over literally the beach there. I don't know why this is permitted. Because it brings problems, a lot of problems, including a lot of theft. How many dining and dashes are being committed on that island during this time? Dining and dashing. That'd be interesting to find that out. So let's take a look at this. This has been bugging me. We need to address it. Why don't you grow up out there instead of deleting yourself from Facebook or unsubscribe? Why don't the fuck you all grow up there? Grow up and stop deleting yourselves because you get offended over the truth, and start helping us expose this shit for what it is. And not just this, everything else that's in this new world order. Let's take a look. My bad. Sound. Gotta get the sound.
To arrive for the annual spring, for thousands of college students to arrive for the annual spring break bash this weekend. This year it's called, as Tia just mentioned, Crush Reloaded, been permitted by the city. And WJCL 22 News' Lydia Blackstone joining us now from Tybee Island, looking a little different on Butler Avenue this evening.
Yes.
See, I've been to Tybee. I like Tybee. But this shit pisses me off right here because of all the mayhem they bring, all the chaos, all the problems. And I guess the city allows it. I guess Tybee Island allows it, and they give a permit for this because they don't want to look racist. F that noise. F that noise. Why do you bring problems to your island, your peaceful, tranquil island that brings a lot of money in from tourists from all over? Tourists are not going to want to go there and spend their hard-earned money if you got shit like this, riffraff coming in. I don't care what color you are. It just happens to be the 13% that constantly committing this. But even if it wasn't, I'd still be calling it out. It does not matter. I don't like riffraff. I don't like lowlives. I don't like fucking problem people. I just don't. And this is a family place. And this shit should not be allowed. I know spring breakers of all kinds go to places, but if they're bringing problems with it, then it needs to stop. I don't care who you are.
Is Greg, and there's not a whole lot of people out here yet. It is just Wednesday ahead of the celebrations out here, but there are a ton of barricades out here. Those are intended to prevent what happened back in 2023. That's when people were parking along Butler Avenue, and some of those pop-up parties actually happened here on the streets. They're working to prevent that. This year, they're also blocking one full lane of traffic on Butler Avenues only for emergency vehicles out here. And while that's a good thing when it comes to response times, it can also add to traffic congestion. Setup is already underway as Tybee prepares for the return of Orange Crush. What has Orange Crush been like for residents?
Rather hectic.
Rather hectic. Why don't these must be libtards, right? These gotta be liberals. Because it's Savannah, you're gonna get a lot of libtards here. It's a artsy-fartsy type city. You're gonna get libtards in the city. And Tybee Island has that, I'm sure has liberals on there a lot. Why don't you say the truth? They're fucking causing problems. They're bringing their drugs. They're thieving. There's shootings. Why don't you say the truth? It's not a big island that you're far removed from all these problems. I'm sure you hear gunshots from your houses on Tybee Island. Why don't you say the truth? Oh, it's inconvenience, bullshit. It's more than just that. Listen.
One full lane of traffic on Butler Avenues only for emergency vehicles out here. And while that's a good thing when it comes to response times, it can also add to traffic congestion. Setup is already underway as
You think they're going to care about these metal little fences or whatever they're putting up, barricades? You think they're going to care about that? They'll knock that shit down. This is what you're dealing with. I'll be very surprised if they don't.
For the return of Orange Crush.
Look at this.
What has Orange Crush been like for residents?
Rather hectic. The traffic's been awful trying to get down here, so I just
the traffic? That's your only concern is the traffic? Seriously?
I avoid it at all costs.
Lisa and Jean live on Wilmington Island. They say traffic is unavoidable.
Look, nobody's in the water. If there were white people, they'd be in the water. I've seen black people in the water, but overall, I guess they don't go in the water. People are commenting under the Atlanta Journal when they post on Facebook about this, and even the Savannah Morning Post, people commenting going, Well, we know who's on the beach because they're not going in the water. There's nobody in the water. We know exactly who's on the beach. I mean, white people go in the water, Asians go in the water, Spanish people go in the water. There's a group of people that's very reluctant to go in the water. And this is very obvious right here. Look at this. This is just the beginning. This will be covered. I think the Tybee Island has a 10,000 capacity, but I've heard upwards of 50,000 crowded beaches. All here, all taken over. And the restaurants and hotels are right here. Restaurants and hotels, a lot of dining and dashing, a lot of stuff going on. A lot. This I don't see how this is allowed at all. What's Tybee? You scared of looking racist? Put your foot down. Put your foot down, saying, "Look, we're sick and tired of this. We're sick and tired of having to put helicopters on in the air, having to call on all the counties, a lot of counties, surrounding counties, sheriff's departments to come back us up. We're sick and tired of having to get state agencies coming here and help us. We got to get the paddy wagons, the vans out. We got to get extra cuffs. I mean, come on, man. Seriously, you got to just don't allow this. Don't allow it. Put your foot down. And look at Daytona. Look what they did to Daytona. Look what they did to that. Look what they tried to pull that stunt over there at that Texas rodeo, right? Dressing their way they were dressing, all provocative. It was a family damn event, damn it. Just coming in and ruining every damn thing. Look at this.
Backing up all the way to Wilmington and Whitmarsh Island. With thousands expected this weekend for the historically black college spring break event, safety is a top priority. Multiple agencies will be assisting Tybee Police, including Georgia State Patrol, the Department of Natural Resources, the Georgia Public Safety Training Center, state arson investigators, and sheriff's offices from both Chatham and Liberty
That's
counties.
ridiculous. It's more
Their
than just
presence
that.
begins on Thursday. This year, they're doing a checkpoint on Highway 80 where they'll be able to pull a car over if they suspect the person.
Oh yeah, Tybee Police just posted where they're going to do a checkpoint on Tybee Island. So I guess if you tell people where you're going to be to do checkpoints and stop cars to see if they got drugs and if they're drinking and drunk and all that shit, if you're going to do something like that and let them know where you are, do you think they're going to drive through that road, or you think they'll take an alternate route, if there is one? I'm sure there are. There's a lot of different. There's one way in and one way out to Tybee as far as highway. One way in and one way out. All right. But once you get on the island, it's going to have different little roads. So I would have to find out if they're going to do a checkpoint on the main highway where there's nowhere to run, or they're going to do a checkpoint in some damn little road on Tybee Island where they could just not take that road.
To be drunk or carrying contraband in
Either way, I still would announce it.
there. Do you think that will help?
I think that's good. Yeah, go for it.
Tybee Police directed all interviews to Mayor Brian West, who says the city has taken steps to get the event under control after issues in years past.
We want this to be a good experience. You know, this should be something. You know, you've worked hard, you've gone to college, you should be able to come out and enjoy yourself
We're
and
going to
have
show
a
you
good
college
time.
students.
If you're not one of those people and you're coming to try and benefit from this situation in some way, or you're trying to come and disrupt, you know, we know who you are. We know who the gangs are. We watch those people. We know the groups that are in Columbia, South Carolina. We know the groups that are up in North Carolina. We know they're trying to head this way. The police
Gangs
can
headed that
identify
way.
them before they even get here.
And with parking
Gangs.
and vehicle access restricted in residential
nice this
areas,
island
some residents say the event is already feeling more manageable.
I think it's gotten a lot better. I think they've gotten it under control a little bit more.
And Lydia, parking is going to be hard to find.
If parking's going to be hard to find, I guess is that a deterrent for them? Where are they going to park?
Yeah, it is, Greg. Honestly, there aren't a ton of options here on the island. They've already put these barricades in a lot of the street parking, but there is some street parking. They've closed both of the lots on the side of the pier. Tybee Island's police department called those hot spots for issues that they've had in the past. As for North Beach, that is a parking area, but as you just saw in that video, they have put some barricades there. Best bet for some people is going to be taking any of those ride shares like Uber or Lyft to find a safe way here to the island. Greg, back to you.
You're going to have thousands of people Ubering there taking lifts. I don't think that... This sounds like they're trying to do something like in a sneaky way, the island. They're trying to do this as a deterrent so they don't get a big crowd here, because you can't park there. Thousands of people ain't taking no damn Ubers or whatever, taxis there. You kidding me? You think they're going to afford that? No, that's not happening. Unless you could taxi and dash or Uber and dash, I don't know. Maybe then they'll try that. I don't know. But you're still not going to have thousands of Ubers getting it. It's not going to happen like that. So maybe this won't pan out. Maybe that's be a big deterrent. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Let's take a look. Take a look at you. Let's see. This is a statement from the Tybee Police Department. In recent months, stories of so-called teen takeovers, so-called? What do you mean by so-called? They are. This shouldn't even be a thing, a teen takeover. Can you take over a street? I can't. Get away with it? In recent months, stories of so-called teen takeovers have popped up across the country. This phenomenon hit home just over a week ago when an unpermitted event on the beach was interrupted by the sound of gunfire. That's right. Out of the blue, just a bunch of teens showed up and gunfire involved. And yes, there were some white teens in there. I'm not going to show you the video, but it happened. You can look that up. And that wasn't even an organized event. It wasn't an Orange Crush type event. It was a teen takeover. And this shouldn't even be a thing. It shouldn't even be a thing. I mean, are these cops patrolling? As soon as you see something weird, calling all cars, right? That's what should happen. But I don't know where these cops are at that particular moment when the teen takeover happened a week ago and gunshots happened. But then they went on to say, now as we approach the return of Crush Reloaded, members of our local and online communities have expressed concerns. Rest assured that we have heard you and that public safety will always be our top priority. In preparation for this weekend's event, listen to this. Listen to this. Tybee's a nice island, including this lighthouse. Very nice, but they're ruining it with this shit. In preparation for this weekend's event, the men and women of the Tybee Island Police Department have worked diligently to put certain precautions in place. Beginning on Thursday, residents and guests can expect to see an abundance of law enforcement officers from various states. Look at the resources after these. Listen to much the taxpayer money. Listen to this. From various state and local agencies converging on the island. Calling all state agencies, calling all state and local agencies. We need your help. We need backup. Mayday. Come hither. It's ridiculous. If you got to go through lengths like this, don't do it. Don't do it. You're just inviting problems. All right? These people have a history of problems on this island doing this shit. I don't know why this is a thing. They can't act right. If you can't act right, you don't belong here. You're not welcome. So they're going to have, let's see here. Dedicated professionals will represent organizations such as Georgia State Patrol, Commercial Vehicle Enforcement, Georgia Department of Natural Resources, Georgia Public Safety Training Center. These are agencies showing up. Georgia State Arson Investigators, as well as the Chatham and Liberty County Sheriff Offices. In addition to patrol officers, other assets are expected to include canines, drug dogs, good, helicopters. While this is going on, you have helicopters going to and fro. All this, and also additional communications officers, jailers will be present, and transport vans. But they're from college, and they just want to let their hair down and just enjoy, just relax. Yeah. Listen to what people are saying, their comments under the Savannah Morning News and SavannahNow.com post on Facebook. Listen to what they're saying about this. Oh, shit. Debbie Sims Embleton says, hope they got a lot of zookeepers on hand. Hope they got a lot of zookeepers on hand. That's one comment from Debbie Sims Embleton. She said that. It's hilarious. But this shows you how problematic these people are. This has been a lot of violence and shit going down over the years. All right, shooting coming in 3, 2, 1. Someone else says Kevin Feck. Someone else says Robert Bowden. This crush is far from orange, meaning it's black. Someone says, I am appalled at the number of rude racist comments here. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. I live here in Tybee, and while I am not excited about the invasion of young college-aged kids, I would never ever blame it on race. Well, I mean, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, Colleen Campbell, whatever your last name is, it is a duck. Look at these posts. She's probably a libtard. Because, listen, what does it mean? It's just coincidental that it just happens to be a certain race? No, it's this race is problematic. And you got blacks saying that. 13% causing over, not even 13% of them are of our population, supposedly. I think it's 50%, but 13% supposedly black. Not all that 13% causes problems. It's a smaller fraction, a lot smaller fraction of that 13%. So really, it might be 3% of our population that's causing 50% of the crimes. But let's call it like it is. It is from the black race. You got blacks calling it out. The doctor of common sense calling it out. You got the black conservative calling it out. You got a bunch of people that don't have the melanin or pigment that I have calling it out. A lot of people calling it out. There's articles out there called black fatigue. Not white fatigue, not Asian fatigue, not brown fatigue, not yellow fatigue, not red fatigue, not purple, not any other fatigue. Black fatigue articles. I've covered that on a shock treatment. Articles written, articles out there in the news. This is nothing new. Hodge twins even talk about this shit. So let's cut the bullshit. It's black fatigue because black is the race that's causing the problems. Now, if you don't like that, you people that happen to have extra melanin, why don't you just, give some correction to your own kind? Why don't you say, hey, thugs, stop being thugs? I say that about my white people. If you're a wigger, you better straighten up and pull up your damn pants. I don't like wiggers. I don't like niggas. I don't like anyone that's a low-life piece of crap that's causing problems. It doesn't matter what color you are. It just so happens in this case, it happens to be mostly blacks that are causing the problems. But you got wiggers too, and I don't condone that either. I condemn it. I can't stand wiggers. I can't stand anybody that causes fucking problems. I can't stand stupid people. I can't stand people that cause problems, cause violence, and don't know how to act. I can't stand it. And I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people out there that are sick of this shit, all right? Someone said it should be called grape soda. Now, these comments, people are sick of this shit. People really are sick of this shit. Now, just because those two white libtarded women, the problems, we just causes traffic problems. It's more than that. Let's take a look at that. A lot more than that. Let's just call it Orange Crush. This is last year was bad. I think what I'm about to show you is from 2024. But I'll keep an eye on it, 2026, this year. I think it starts this weekend, tomorrow night. Oh, tonight. Today's technically Friday. Okay. I'll be keeping tabs, all right? You'll be watching you. Orange Crush. Got my spine or Sprite? Spine got my orange crush. Follow me, don't follow me. Coming in fast. Let's take a look.
Do not move to Florida. There's water moccasins.
Look at this chaos on Tybee Island, spring break mayhem. And those two libtarded women were going, oh, I'm just worried about, the traffic is just so tough, it makes it tougher on us to traffic. Traffic? Libtarded? You libtards? Women? You saw the video, right? I just showed it to you. You're like, it's just the traffic's been bad, but this has been getting better over the years. This is only like last year of 2024. Look at this shit. Look at this. This is part 2. I don't know what part 1 video is. I'll have to look for it. Shooting on Orange Crush and Tybee Island. Let's take a look. The fucking mayhem. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at the actual diarrhea.
Alright, come on. Shot fire.
You got some wiggers there. Let's go. It's not like you're not going to have any white people. You probably have a couple white people there like you just saw. You might even have a couple of Chinese people. Maybe a couple out of, I don't know, tens of thousands of groids. So you're going to get the wigger variety there, of course. Shots fired, shots fired. This shouldn't even be a thing. This shouldn't even be a thing. This is ridiculous. You know how much it costs to live on this island? I don't understand why these residents are putting up with this shit, unless it is maybe comprised of mostly libtards. You know how they are. They're sadists. They like, they're sick bastards. They keep, in other words, if voting was real, they keep voting for the same shit that brings them problems. So they probably like this. They're retarded. I can't even put it into words how stupid libtards are. Let's look at this.
Alright, come on. Shot fire. Oh shit, run. Let's go. What? Shoot. Fuck, no, them boys taking off.
Look at this. This is Tybee Island. This is got my orange. This is Orange Crush. They don't go in. They don't go swimming like normal people. They congregate on the damn beach like ants. They look like huddled together, and they're doing shit like this. This isn't just. This doesn't look like just a few among the crowd. This is a lot of them. All right, and you heard that the mayor of Tybee Island say, "Well, there are gangs, royal gangs from other states that are trying to come here, but we know who they are." If you should know who everybody is. With Palantir and everything else, all your technology, you should know exactly who's coming onto that beach. This shouldn't be a thing. This shouldn't be allowed. All right? Give a shit if this is a public beach. It still shouldn't be allowed. This is also an island. It's where people live. It's also a huge tourist attraction. And for lack of better words, you're giving Tybee Island a black eye by allowing this fucking shit on there. It's got to stop. All this nonsense has got to stop. But it won't stop until it stops. Look at this. There's that one. Can't take them anywhere. How many videos have you seen them acting like this at restaurants, at Walmart, knocking shit down in convenience stores, you know, taking an arm and knocking shit off of shelves in convenience stores, Walmart, and knocking shit down, knocking displays down? How many times? Huh? How many times have you seen them attack white people, attack Asians, rooftop Asians and stuff like that? They have rooftop Asians. They were going into stores, Asian owned stores, and trying to rob, and the Asian owner would have a gun ready. I've gone over this stuff, have a gun ready to shoot the thug trying to rob them. Remember this? Years ago, I covered all these things. I even said, wait, these flash mobs keep happening, and they were from Groyd's, that color, flash mob robbing in jewelry stores and stuff like that. I said, just wait. The store owners are gonna start fighting back, and they did. And then these home invasions, I said, just wait. These homeowners are going to start fighting back. And they did. Right? And they started fighting back. This right here shouldn't be even happening. You know that this chaos is coming. You got stores there. You got restaurants there. You got so much hinges on this tourism industry that's big on Savannah and big in Tybee Island. And this is really, in my opinion, it's just putting a damper on that, or it's not a good look for Tybee Island at all. This is not a good look anywhere. It's not a good look that anybody permits this, allows this. I don't care what skin color you are. Don't be worried about being called a racist. You're not. You're just taking care of business. You're protecting your interests, Tybee Island, and you know that this chaos is coming. You shouldn't have to put helicopters up there. You shouldn't have to call all state agencies and all this stuff. You shouldn't have to go through these great lengths, putting up barricades and stuff like that. And you shouldn't have to do any of this because you know a lot of trouble's coming, or potential trouble's coming. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I've been to this island so many times, and I have a lot of great memories here. My family, my children, a lot of great memories. I drank so many brewskis on there, went in the ocean. I remember this one, these teenagers caught a, I don't know what happened, but I think it was like a small baby shark came ashore, and I think I got footage of that somewhere buried, but these teenagers were like on the beach, and there was a shark, and they were looking at it, and it was alive, but somehow it got beached or something like that. I just have great memories. There's a round pavilion there that has a bar on there and a place where you can buy food. It has bathrooms. It's a round pavilion in a pier that goes right out in the water. I have a lot of great memories there. I do. And shit like this pisses me off. This shouldn't even be a thing. But see, it's this group of people that causes these problems. I don't see white people doing this. Do you? I have not. Show me the video. And not an AI video. Show me it. Show me the Asians doing this. Show me the Indians doing this. No, they're busy being productive. Show me the Hispanics doing this. They don't do this shit. There's one group of people and you don't like it, do you? Huh? You don't like it. Well, why don't you tell them how to act? Why don't you start calling them out? Why don't you pillars of the black community start calling your own out? Well, let me tell you something. If white people were causing most of the problems like this, I'd call it out, and I do call it out at times. I don't like what Wiggers are also lumped into this, but they're so minute. Their numbers in this that it's just a mention. Wiggers are in there, low-life whites are in there doing it, but I don't see them causing the chaos. They're just there. Ooh, gunshots. Why would anybody in their right mind want to attend this? You got to be that kind of mentality to want to attend this. You got to have that mentality to want to attend something like this where you know this shit's going to go down. I'd stay clear of this. And anyone that gravitates toward this is like-minded with this. They might not act like this. They might just be observers, but you're still there. If you're there, you're one of them. All right? So are you saying to me that if families want to go here, whether they were black, white, candy stripe, it does not matter. If families wanted to go here or to this beach or any other beach that has events like this, if families want to go here, they can't go here because it's a threatening environment. This is not a stable environment. So basically what they're saying is, families, you want to come here? It doesn't matter. Black families, you want to come here? Good, fine, upstanding black families, do you want to come here? You can't. I wouldn't suggest it. That's what they're saying. Whoever's allowing this, Tybee Island. They're saying white families, any other families, any families, you want to come here? Can't do it. Don't do it. We're allowing the chaos. That's what that looks like to me. All right? Let's just say even single people. What if I want to go there? You wanted to go there. You and your girlfriend, or if you're a girl, you and your boyfriend, right? You wanted to go there during this time to the beach. Oh my God, I can't go there because they're fucking taking it over. This is a takeover. That's what it is. It's Orange Crush and it's a takeover. Because it's chaotic. I'm not saying, if there was a bunch of young people, like college age kids on there, and they were acting normal, and they were civil, families were there, and everyone's just enjoying the beach like normal people, that's one thing. But when you got this shit going on, that's another thing. Hey, dog! I guarantee you, no black family worth its salt's going to want to go here either. They wouldn't want to go to this. They wouldn't want to go to this no more than I would want to go see a bunch of white trash on the beach. I wouldn't want to go there. Do I want to hang out in a fucking trailer park, run down, beat up trailer park with drugs and meth abound? No. Well, a lot of white people are there, but just because they're white doesn't mean I want to hang out with them. They're trash. They're garbage. They're bad news. Anywhere there's bad news, I don't want to be. This is bad news. Can't take him anywhere. All right, I'm being interrupted. I'll keep my eye on Orange Crush. I'll call Ernst. This is more to this video, but it's late. I'll keep my eye on Orange Crush 2026 as it develops. And if there's anything else big in the world going on, oh yeah, fertilizers purposely being not produced, and oil and stuff like that, and gas and plastics are going to be running out. So stuff to wrap your food in, like meat and everything else that's wrapped in plastics, including chips, whatever, might not be available in the near future. And what else? Crops are not being planted because they don't have fertilizer. And